Speaking of CONCACAF forwards, what about a young gentleman by the name of Javier Chicharito Hernandez? Did you guys see this over the weekend? What did he do? All he did was bag a brace in the Los Angeles Galaxy's 3-1 victory over Portland.
Look at the movement. Look at the movement. Yep. Insane movement. He's still got very good movement. At one point in his career, it was world class. It's still very good today. I mean,
third and fourth goals so far of this season. It's got everybody talking about whether Chicharito should be back in the national team. What did the president of the Mexican Federation say? Here's Jon de Luisa.
Yo en lo personal no lo tengo porque no lo he visto, no ha sido convocado. En ese sentido hemos sido muy respetuosos con las convocatorias del Tata. Él sabe que tiene nuestro apoyo con quien él decida. Y si Javier no ha sido convocado hasta el día de hoy, hay sus motivos y yo no vería sorpresas de aquí en adelante.
Esos motivos que son del grupo, que están en el grupo y que se han hablado en el grupo.
Internamente, yo creo que se platicaron en su momento entre el director técnico y el jugador y si se ha decidido no convocarlo, pues es por algo.
All right, so there we have it, the declarations of the president of FMF, Jon de Luisa, about Chicharito. Herc, are you cool with it?
no, it's the president talking. He's not anything to do with the sporting side. If it was Gerardo Torado, the sporting director, if it was even Tata Martino, anybody inside Tata Martino's inner circle, like the coaching staff, would be like, okay, he's an authorized voice to speak on this. But you can't speak on who's going to be there in the final call because you're not the coach. Worry about scheduling the games. Worry about the homophilic chant. Worry about anything administrative. Do not give an opinion of who's going to be there and why they shouldn't be there.
And even if you have to give an opinion, you have to leave the door open for all the players, not only Javier Hernandez, because if you don't, now, and that's the part of his answer that I dislike 100%, you have to tell us why.
Yeah.
At this point, there's no sporting reason for leaving Javier Hernandez out of another Mexican national team play, right? He has to be there. I mean, he earned the right to be at least in the conversation. But if he's not going to be a part of the conversation because, in the words of Jon de Luisa, the manager and the player, they know the reasons, I think we all deserve to know the reasons, because if we don't, then we're going to start speculating with different things that might be true, might not be true, but in his spot, he has to be front-coming and tell us, why is Chicharito blacklisted from the Mexican national team?
The reporter there, Mauricio Imay, kind of tries to push, right? Like, what is that cause? What is that cause? There's almost a sentiment now that I think is because we're not getting clear communication, that it's not just the Federation and Tata Martino. Now it's players. There's like a group of players within the team that don't like Chicharito. That's what I think is unfair. If you're going to insinuate that, you better bring names. You better be clear.
It's not only unfair to Javier Hernandez. It's unfair to those players.
Right.
That's true. Because you're not getting clarity. Right now, the names of Memo Ochoa and Andres Guardado are circulating, and you're not getting that clarity. So Tata Martino's saying it's sporting reasons, and then you have the president of the Mexican Federation saying that, no, well, it happens to be that the coach knows and the player knows. That's all I can tell you.
Last time we heard from Tata Martino on this subject, he said, you have to ask Jon de Luisa. And now that we heard Jon de Luisa, he said, it's a Tata Martino decision. So this just keeps getting weirder and weirder.